Hello everyone, it's the 10th of November 2024. My name is Gary Waterman, a former UK police constable of 18 years service. I'm a Christian and a victim of this international government fraud that irrefutably facilitates the most atrocious crimes against humanity, but in particular the children, including abuse, child trafficking, the slave trade, adrenochrome, torture and murder. Everything is being documented and can be verified and corroborated. It is a critical time for humanity. It's very clear that we have a organized criminal group running the world that have placed people in positions with suits and ties that speak very nicely to deceive us and make us believe they are there to help us. They are not. They are exploiting, defrauding, victimizing and abusing the masses. This system of crime and fraud will be being used to defraud the public through the taxation system and will be worth trillions of pounds. Of course, that means there is no motivation to stop the world's problems that are linked to this through the illegal weapons companies for the world conflicts, for the health companies that are linked to supposedly trying to help our health, to the mental health organizations that are supposedly there to help people and prevent them being depressed, to the alcohol companies that are there actually motivating them to continue plying us with alcohol. International drug trafficking now being linked to this system of fraud, and therefore the motive to ensure that there is a sustained continued supply of drugs to cause suffering to hundreds of thousands of people, to the child care services that launder money through this illegal entity system and the taxation system. So it is a huge problem that humanity now faces, and these people will absolutely know that. There are three options available to these people. They either do the right thing and hold their hands up and admit to this and save themselves eternally, I believe, and therefore change the world forever into a transparent system with equality and fairness for everyone, or they continue to commit the most atrocious sins ever imaginable. This is far worse than any criminal organization that I ever dealt with in my time in the police, or individuals. It's far worse than anything in my 18 years of service. Do they continue to try and hide the corruption and fraud and suffering and sin that they've been part of by enslaving humanity forever into a digital currency system, and potentially try and murder billions of people in that process, in the hope that the innocents will not stand up against what they have been part of? Do they, which is what it appears they are doing, try and provide a false saviour, someone who is part of this organised criminal system that suggests they're going to come in to prevent the child trafficking and the problems that we are seeing, but actually be part of it and ensure that the people subject themselves through consent to full enslavement and suffering against them? Now, the people can absolutely change this 100%. This is the evidence and the information that humanity has needed to change the world forever, to stop the trajectory of humanity heading into a very, very dark place, which we will struggle to come back from. Now, I urge you all to get behind this evidence, to be able to utilize it as leverage to compel a now essential change in the system. Nobody is suggesting the system changes to a transparent system with full accountability and liability, even Donald Trump. Now, I've called for international strikes, and many people have been doing that. So thank you so much to those individuals that have been doing their part to save their families, the children, and humanity itself. I turn to everybody else to come on board with this, to do the right thing and to use this as leverage. I have still had no response from any government organisations, despite knowing that they've received this evidence and the emails suggesting and showing that I will be pursuing international working strikes. Nothing whatsoever. They are completely ignoring this irrefutable evidence, which unfortunately suggests they are biding their time for something potentially sinister against the masses. Now, it's very clear that they are extremely worried about this. There are moves happening to try and hide it. There are things being sent to me to try and make me believe that something is happening in relation to this, but it is not the right measures. The right thing is not happening, which must be the change in the system to ensure, like I've said, that this cannot continue. Unfortunately, as I said in one of my last videos, we have a huge international drug trafficking problem with all of this, which very likely means that many of those people that are governing our nations may well have addiction problems and are not thinking rationally about what they are doing and how they are affecting the masses and humanity and the planet itself. That, of course, means we are in a very unpredictable and dangerous situation, and we must bring back in the full rationality with moral integrity and conscience to ensure that that is the basis and that truth is the foundation to ensure that we protect ourselves with that moral integrity and conscience given to us, whether you believe it be by a creator or not. It is there within most of us. Most of us would not steal from others, and yet these people are stealing from millions of people and causing the most awful suffering. And it's very likely, and the evidence suggests, that this is because at the very head of this there is a Luciferian occult belief system, which of course is the opposite of truth. It's the opposite of integrity. It's the opposite of moral conscience. It's the opposite of transparency. It is there by design to cause suffering to humanity through their own temptations and greed and weaknesses, through substances that then remove that rationality and therefore our moral conscience, which is so important to us all. I urge you all to get behind this and take part in this international sustained working strike. The more people that take part in this, we can use this as leverage to instill the now required measures, now essential measures, to bring back truth, transparency and trust. God bless you all.